तीन भुवन में सार, वीत राग विज्ञानता, शिव स्वरूप शिवकार, नमहु त्रियोग संहारिके. Okay. So, how was the examination, everybody? You had a great time?
Yes.
Okay, okay, great, great. Okay. So maybe we'll have 3 more days of study, and then we'll have one small day for a holiday, and then we can have your final examination. And this time it will be of maybe 50 marks, and it will cover the complete first dhal. Okay? Okay? Okay. I can see some heads. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
50 marks, and you'll have an hour this time. And what else? And the whole dhal. Okay, let's go on. So I'm sharing my screen. You can have a look. I've already shared the PDF with you of this particular segment. Are there any questions that you want to ask me from the question paper? As I had already checked, and I had, 2 questions were quite incorrect from my part, so we had checked it up. And one question was, the answer to one question, the true-false question. Yeah, what is smellier, the air or the soil? So the air there is not at all smellier, but rather the soil is very foul and venomous in smell. Okay. So now we're going to talk about, in 2 particular verses, about the human beings or human form of life. And then in the next 2 verses, we're going to talk about the heavenly form of life. So 2 verse for humans and 2 verse for, heavenly beings. Okay, let's begin with the 2 verses of the humankind. So we had started with the Tiryansh, or the animal kind. Then we had moved on to the, hellish beings. Then we are going to talk about human now, and in the future we'll talk about the heavenly. Okay. Yes, Ashi.
The voice is.
In the exam, it said that I was wrong because I thought that the Naragati don't eat venomous soil, but
Yeah, I actually had answered
the answer has nothing.
So going very deep inside it, yes, you're right. But then, as the Chhahdhala says, that it happens otherwise, so we are believing it that way. Okay. Okay. Yes, Adi, you were saying something?
Priyam ji, आपका आवाज थोड़ा break हो रहा है. Your voice is breaking up slightly, no?
Okay. I don't know what to do for that, but maybe after some time it will be fine. Maybe you can wait for some time, maybe. Okay, let's start with the verse, and if there's any problem pertaining.
Last week we had a problem, but it got better.
Acha. So I have to check something you say. What should it be?
No, now it's better.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So verse number 14 we are going to talk about. You know the drill. I'm going to recite one line, and you have to repeat the line after me. Okay. The first line says, Janani udar vasyo navamas.
Janani udara vasayo navamas.
Very good. Very good. Ang sakuch te payo tras.
Angate kuch te payo
very good with the intonation. निकसत जे दुख पाए घोर. तिनको कहत न आवे और. Okay, great. So let's talk about one line at a time. Okay, so it says Janani Udara Vasyo Navamas. Janani means the mother. Udar means her womb. Vasyo means lived. Nav means 9 and Mas means months. Okay, Janani mother. Udar her womb. Vasyo lived. Nav means 9 and Mas means months. Ang means the body parts. Sakuchute means constricted. The body parts were constricted, as in when you are inside the womb of the mother for 9 months. At that time we are talking about. Payo means gotten. Tras means pain. Okay, so Janani Udara Vasyo Navamas Ang Sakuchite Payo Tras. So it means that we had lived inside the womb of the mother for 9 months, and in that particular period of time we had to constrict our body and live inside that particular womb. So we had severely gotten pain. You can imagine a small box wherein you are sitting with your folded hands and folded legs, and your head is also turned down. So at that particular point you cannot live for more than an hour, at least now. But then while you were very small inside the womb of your mother, you had to live there for 9 months. So you can imagine that the kind of frustration, the kind of dissatisfaction, the kind of pain you had to feel. Okay. Nikasat. Nikasat means it is the time of the delivery, or it is also called as the time of it's called as the time of what was the word? It is called parturition. So let's find out. Okay. Yeah. So we were here. Nikasat, that means while coming out of the womb, it is also called as the delivery time. Yeah, it is also called as birth. J means that, those. Dukh means pains. Paye means gotten. Ghor means many, plenty. So living inside the womb is a different kind of misery, but rather while coming out of the womb is another kind of a misery. It is extremely severe and painful. You're never going to experience any greater amount of pain other than that particular amount of time. But you actually enjoy stretching your legs at that time, so you particularly enjoy that time as well. But then the pain is unspeakable. Tinko means those pains, those miseries. Kahata, to speak them. Na ave, not possible at all. Okay, let's see. Let's have a look over the slide and we'll get the meaning of it. Okay, so it says Janani Udara Vasyo Navamas Ang Sakuchite Payo Tras. What it means is, inside the womb, we lived for 9 months. Constriction of the body caused extreme amount of pain. Okay, so this much part is clear, I guess. The next part says, Nikasat je dukh paye ghor, tinko kahat na ave or. Nikasat je, while parturition, we had got we have caused grave pain. The time of birth, the pain was very severe, and explaining that particular amount of pain cannot come to an end. Even if I try telling you about the pain of that particular moment, you cannot express it in words. It's extremely high amount of pain. Okay, So the next slides tells us, there's a small picture also you can see. Inside the womb of the mother, the boy is living upside down. The hands are constricted, the legs are constricted. And as soon as it ends, the birth takes place, the boy comes out. And again, then it's very painful. Okay, I'd like somebody to please read this particular slide for me. Adi. I had already introduced.
Miseries before birth. Miseries before birth.
Go on.
It had to live inside the womb of the mother for 9 months.
Okay.
It had experienced grave pain because of constriction of the body.
Do you know what it means by the word constriction?
No.
But now do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the situation of the body which is shown in the above figure inside the womb of the mother. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is what it is about, the miseries of the birth. This is a very small part of it. There's one more which is telling us about during the part of birth. During the time of birth, what kinds of problems that a person had to face, a small child had to face. Please, Sachi, would you please read?
Yeah, sure. Miseries during birth. During delivery, which is parturition, the pain experiences is extremely severe, and explaining which cannot to an end.
During delivery, the pain. I think something has gone wrong with.
I didn't really.
Yeah, go on. You're saying something. Go on.
No, I mean I didn't really get that paragraph. I didn't get the meaning of parturition.
Parturition means the time of the delivery, which is also called as, the time, the exact point when the birth takes place. Okay. It is basically a time period when the child is parted from the body of the mother. Are you getting it? Yeah, that way the word has been made. It's a biological word. Okay. The pain experienced, the pain experienced was extremely severe, and explaining which cannot come to an end. I mean, if you go on speaking about it, it will never end. But the best part is you do not know to speak at that very point of time. You only know to cry when you come out of the womb of the mother. So it's just that you cannot explain it yourself. But yeah, maybe the doctors, the mother can explain that particular thing. Lots of writers have written a lot about this particular situation when the baby parts the body of the mother. But okay, I think that was quite clear. I'll ask you about it in the last 10 minutes of the class. Let's move on and talk about the 15th verse. It's again a very easy and a very important verse. Okay. I request everybody to please, stay focused on the screen. बालपने में ज्ञान न लह्यो. Why am I unable to unmute? Yeah. Javish, say it again.
बालपने में ज्ञान न लह्यो.
Very good. Very good. तरुण समय तरुणी रत रह्यो.
तरुण समय तरुणी रत रह्यो.
You actually should not, join your hands for this particular point, because this is a very difficult point to explain, that somebody is, enjoying to live with their wives, and we are, raising hands for them. Yes, you're doing a very good job. So maybe it's not a very good thing to join your hands this time. But then, yeah, we should be very polite enough to join your hands whenever we read something from the Jinvani. But yeah, that's okay. Thank you, Darshi. Yeah. अर्ध मृतक सम बूढ़ापनो.
अर्धमृतक समभूतपनो.
Very good, very good. कैसे रूप लखे आपनो.
कैसे रूप लगे अपनो.
Very good, everybody. Okay, now let's just have a look over this particular, segment where it tries to tell us that balpane mein. So in the childhood, balpane means childhood. Gyan means samyak gyan, or the knowledge about the difference between the body and the soul. So we all are very fortunate that in this small childhood only, we are reading about Chhahdhala, we are reading about the difference between the soul and the body. So we are very fortunate. But generally, it is the situation that during the childhood, kids do not get that particular knowledge of the separation between the two. And this is why this line has come into picture, that Bal Pane me Gyan na lahyo. Balpane means in childhood, Gyan na lahyo, that we did not know the knowledge of the differentiation between the soul and the body. Taruna Samay, so during the time of adulthood, Taruni means, nowadays we have girlfriends as well, but then maybe at that time they did not have girlfriends. But yeah, they were married, wives were there. Maybe there were, something else also. If we read Chhahdhala part 3, you'll get to know more about it. Taruni Rat Rahyo. Taruni means with the wives, they had been, very close. Next says Ardhamritak. Ardhamritak means half dead. Some is equivalent to Budha Panu, which means old age. Yes, Adi?
What does Taruna Samaya mean?
Tarun Samay means during adulthood. You know adulthood?
Yeah.
Okay. So during adulthood, the Jeev got very much engaged in his wife and girlfriends or whatever, and so he wasted his time there. And when the old age came, it wasted its time. It couldn't do anything because it was half dead. It was equivalent to a half dead man. Kaise roop, I mean, by reading all this, you understand that very different kinds of guises people make, different disguises people make. Lakhe, we had, apano means ourselves. Okay, so let's just have a look over each word in a proper way. So this particular slide tells us, Bal Paneme Gyanana Lahyo, so couldn't gain knowledge in the childhood. Tarun Samay Taruni Rat Rahyo, so in the adulthood, it was engaged with the wife. So it's not like engaged, it's like occupied, engaged. Next is Ardha Mritak Sam Budha Panu, which means half, like half dead was old age. Old age was like half dead man. Kaise Roop Lakhe Apanu, look how many guises it made. Can somebody tell me what it means by guise? Anybody? Neena ji is telling me? Okay, yeah, Adi is telling me. Go on, Adi.
So change in body appearance.
Very good. So from childhood to adulthood and from adulthood to old age, the guises change, which we also call as disguise. We, make a, what is it called? It's like fancy dress competition, and we dress like maybe Halloween or something. We dress like somebody else. So we are souls, and whatever body we are in, it is basically a disguise. Okay, so that way this is explained. Okay, somebody has written something. Appearance, yeah, facade. Thank you, Sandeep ji. Okay, now I'd like, yeah, Javish to please read the slide for me.
Unhappiness after birth. In the human life form, it couldn't gain knowledge in the childhood. In the adulthood, was engaged with life. In the old age, was half dead. Such guises it had to make in the human form of life.
Okay.
What you can do, you can.
Are all the four points clear to you?
Have a look before I have a go at neighbors.
Yes.
Surveyor, as
Okay,
in,
thank
you
you,
know,
thank you.
discussing with this matter with them.
Oh. Yeah. So this was it about this particular slide. Let's just have a look. Okay, now the topic will change after this. So in case if you have any questions, you please go on with it. The heavenly form is going to take a while, so maybe I'll start it today only. So if you have any questions by far in the human form, you may ask. There are basically three types of things, three types of miseries they were explained here. The first one is inside the womb. The second one is during the birth, and the third one is after birth. Okay, so three types of miseries are explained here. Yeah, somebody wants to say something? Is it clear? Darshi,
Yeah.
is it clear? Okay. Can you tell me the three types of miseries which I had explained right now about the human form?
What did you say? Your
Okay,
voice
I'll
was
repeat
a
it.
little
I'll repeat it again. It's before birth, during birth, and after birth. So before birth, you
Okay.
had to constrict your body and live for 9 months. During birth, you had to come out of a small hole and it pains very severely. And after that, childhood, adulthood, and the old age, all these were explained. So three ways you can understand the miseries of human life form. Okay? Yeah. Now, let's just have a look over this particular slide and we'll end it here. If you have any questions about heavenly life form, do let me know. Now, there are basically four types of heavenly life forms. We are generally aware of this particular situation that everything is nice in heaven. We get all sorts of conveniences. We get all sorts of fun, and there's no responsibilities on our heads. We have a great time in heaven. So basically, that's an absolute lie. Why? Because of these particular four life forms of heaven. Let's just have a look over these particular life forms. The first one is called as Bhavanvasi. You should recite it right. You should read it. You should say it after me so that the words become quite clear to you. The first one is Bhavanvasi. The second one is Vyantar. The third one is Jyotishi. And the fourth one is Vaimanik. Yes.
Your voice is breaking.
Quite badly.
Okay. Okay, I'll read this slide again. The heavenly life form is basically of four types. The heavenly life form is basically of four types. The first one is Bhavanvasi. The second one is Vyantar. The third one is Jyotishi. And the fourth one is Vaimanik. Okay. Is it still troubling? Oh. Excuse me. Okay. Is it fine now? Let's see. The heavenly life forms are of four types. Yes, Sachi?
Your voice is still breaking.
Okay, let's just have a look over this, if it is still a problem. Okay. So there are basically 4 types of heavenly beings. The first one is Bhavanvasi, the second one is Vyantar, the third one is Jyotishi, and the fourth one is Vaimanika. Okay, so the first one is Bhavanvasi. Bhavanvasi is basically are basically those types of just a second, just give me a second. Okay, so we had already studied about Asura. You remember Asur? I mean, he was one of the most famous guys in the hell who used to induce people to fight. So Asur is a type of Bhavanvasi. Okay, Asur is a type of Bhavanvasi. Yes, Darshi? Yeah. Oh, I'm sure there's some problem with the internet. Okay, I'll give. Yeah, you can unmute yourself. Darshi, you can unmute yourself. Oh, I'm extremely sorry. I don't know what has gone wrong. Okay, yeah, Darshi was asking me something. Please go on.
Sir, I cannot see you.
Now can you?
Can't hear you very
Acha, okay.
again.
Okay, but I'm able to. I'm able to listen to you. Go on. Oh, I don't know what has gone wrong again.
She muted herself.
Oh.
Okay. So I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted to say that your voice was breaking.
Okay. No
And we
problem.
can't understand what you're saying because it's breaking.
Yeah, that's okay. No problem. Let's see now. So heavenly forms are of 4 types: Bhavanvasi, Vyantar, Jyotishi, and Vaimanika. The Asura about whom we had studied in the previous class are basically Bhavanvasis.
Can't see anything.
I don't know what has gone
We
wrong.
can't see anything.
Acha,
Yeah,
okay,
you're
okay,
not sharing
we'll
screen. I am not.
I think you need to stop. Perhaps.
okay, fine. We'll finish off the class today and we'll start off tomorrow again. Okay. Jai Jinendra, everybody.
Please.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Bye. Jai
Thank you.
Jinendra.
Jai
Jai
Jinendra.
Jinendra, Jai Jinendra, Jai Jinendra, Jai Jinendra, everybody.